Alright, how's it going everybody? My name is Jimmy Brooks. I'm returning to my channel after a long hiatus. Used to do car reviews ages ago, and now I'm doing my first bike review here. This is my 2010 XT250 Yamaha Dual Sport. Sorry if I sound a little nasally, this camera's pushing down on my nose here, but finally got the setup working. A little motor vlogger setup here. So what we got is 250cc single cylinder engine making 19 horsepower, about 14 pound-feet of torque. Very underwhelming for the class, but the thing is about this, it's only 31.5 inches the seat height. So if you're under 5'9", I mean honestly 5'6" people and below, this is like your only option other than a TW200 or what else you got? What's the other 200? The DR 200 Suzuki. Other than that, I mean, this is the gold standard for low seat height dual sports. I'm 5'11", so it's not, I don't really necessarily need a bike like this, but man, I love touching my feet down so easily. So enough jibber jabber, we'll get on the bike and I'll tell you a little bit of what it's like to ride. This is my favorite little spot here. I got a couple favorite spots right next to my house. I'm lucky enough to live in a suburban part of SoCal, and the weather's nice. It's 5 p.m. here, and sunsets are pretty and whatnot, and we just got some rain, so maybe we'll have a little grip right here. All right, here's Mr. Squeakers. We got him for good luck. So let's do this, shall we? Tell you a little bit about this fine machine. Hopefully you guys can hear me with the wind. I got my little fuzzy mic on, so we'll see. A lot of people think that this suspension is very short traveled on the XT, but as I will show you, you can go over some stuff pretty quick on it. There's a little lap for you guys. All right, so as you can see, you can hustle this little bike. You really can. This 2010, my dad found on a Temecula showroom floor. It had 400 miles on it. It had sat most of its life, and I've given it some love. It's got 1,800 miles now, and man, this little thing, I mean, this was what I learned on. I rode bikes when I was a kid, little dirt bikes, but I hadn't ridden for 20 years almost, and my dad got this, and he wanted something, if you could believe it, he wanted something smaller. So he got the Suzuki DR 200, and he's like, hey, you want this? I'll sell it to you. Pretty cheap. And I was like, yeah. So I got into dual sporting with him, and I have been loving this bike. I also got an XSR 700. I'll do a review on that pretty soon. But man, yeah, I like having both. I like the street bike aspect, and then having like an own dedicated dual sport, lightweight dual sport. This thing weighs 290 pounds wet, ready to ride. So, pretty light. There's lighter, like KTM, Husqvarna, but then you also have to get the cons of owning one of those. Maybe I'll have one in the future, but for now, Yamaha reliability is my favorite, along with Lexus for cars. So yeah, the suspension is a little soft, gotta say, but it soaks up the bumps awesome on the road for sure, and you can definitely go over small jumps and hustle through stuff like I did right there. And ground clearance is not bad as well. Watch this little hill right here. It's a sharp ascend and descend, and you'll see I don't bottom out at all. Look at that. I'll go ahead and show you guys the steepness of that little descent right there. On a street bike, that wouldn't have flown. See that little thing? That's basically a jump. I just went down. And you can go over anything. All these little things like this, you know. It's a true dual sport through and through. It's awesome. And you know, the first gears, it's got balls, man. Like it's not a slow bike until you get it on the street. You know, the street can make any bike short of a 650 feel slow, but in the dirt, man, it's plenty of power. So we're gonna go to my other spot here, and I'll show you what this bike shines at, which is trails. It is fantastic at that. Because when the going gets rough, you can put your feet down on this thing. It's like kind of like a Miata. You got to wring its neck to get places, but it's kind of fun doing it. And you know, it'll cruise at 60 miles an hour, no problem. Might not be the thing you want to take on the highway, but it'll keep up with traffic. Here, we'll say hi to the dogs that hate me right here. There they are. Hey, how's it going, buddies? Every day, they love to spin around and bark. And here we are. Here we are. Sorry if that was loud, but we had to get here somehow. Sunset. So, as you can see, you can fly over crappy, choppy dirt pavement like this. Dirt pavement, what a oxymoron. You know what I mean. We got a truck hauling us through here too. The tires this bike comes with are definitely trail 50/50 tires. If you want to do some aggressive stuff, like anything with a sand wash, you might want to upgrade to full knobbies. But other than that, these do pretty decent off-road. Man, where's this guy going? This is... I'm usually the only person out here. Thank you, buddy. So, as we come over here, you'll see my favorite trail. We got a little hill to climb over there, and this 250, it has the power to climb hills, no problem. Just not sand hills. Learned that the hard way. But yeah, see, there's a pretty steep hill. Might not show on the super view, but you could definitely hear it hauling ass up these hills. Wonder where that guy's going. Looks a little lost. So yeah, it's the only thing about the GoPro Super View. You can't see how steep these ascends and descents are. It's pretty crazy around here, but it is pretty nonetheless. And I'm glad I have ridden this trail many times, so I know where to go, and I can show you guys the pretty scenery and whatnot. I know this says first ride. It's not my first ride on this bike, but it is the first ride of this bike on the channel, as well as my first motorcycle review. So thanks for bearing with me. I'm trying to dust off my old talking to the camera chops, if I even had any to begin with. There we go. Here we go. Let's go. Yep. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Yeah, look at that. Cool looking, right? Alright, so we're gonna come down here. Still recording. Alrighty, gotta be careful here. Little drifto. Okay. Ooh. I'll come down this jump the opposite way because it's fun. Right about here. Woo! All right. And speaking of jumps, you can also take this off tiny jumps like this. I'll put a screenshot of what this looks like as I'm in the air. But first person view, here we go. Woo! So as you can see, you can get a couple feet of air at least. Nothing crazy, but it's fun. For you know, 1,000 to 4,000 on the used market, this is I say this is the ultimate dual sport for beginners. It's so fun, and it has enough potential to learn on the street too. And as you can see in the dirt, man, like, you know, it's not that bad. Yeah, there's faster out there. A lot of bikes are faster than this, but that's what I got the street bike for. In the dirt, 40 and 50 is fast. Feels like you're hauling. Whew. Oh man, should we do anything else? Or is this long enough, this review? How long are motorcycle reviews? I feel like they're longer than 20 minutes, but we'll head back for now. Maybe I'll take you guys somewhere else before we head back. Alright. This bike is pretty raw too. It doesn't have any, you know, electronics on it. No traction control, no ABS. It's old. But with a simple light bike like this, you don't really need it. Those brakes are comical how bad they are. So you don't really need ABS. There we go. Oh yeah. Woo, woo. But you know what? We're sliding, but so they will stop. They will stop. I wonder what's up there. You guys want to check? Let's check what's up there. I've actually never driven up this driveway. Hopefully it's not someone's house. Oh, and would you look at that? It's someone's house. That's exactly what I didn't want. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Wow, that's a steep hill. Got to be careful with the brakes here with all this rocks. I've had bad experiences with rocks on roads. Alright. Alright. Okay. I'll show you guys one more road we got. It'll be fun. There we go. Well, at least we got a, you know, a digital readout of the miles per hour right there. I definitely like that. When I'm riding, I don't want to, you know, look at a needle per se. And look at this guy. Look at that guy. So you gotta keep a good distance between you and other cars. Gotta watch out for the other dude. That I'd probably get, oh hey, look at this dude, look at this dude. Oh, there he goes, there he goes. Hauling. Oh, here's the third little area I like to go to. And you see all these little rocks on the road? Well, if you come fast down this road, you can low side the goddamn bike. So, you gotta be careful of that. Which is why I go up this road this time. Or from now on, rather. This is a lovely little road. Oh yeah, oh baby, that's bumpy. All right, all right. Yeah, third gear doesn't have a lot of balls, but you know, second gear will make it slide like that. You gotta be real careful on these downhills on public roads. They got rocks on them. It's not like a motocross track where they, you know, missed it perfectly for the riders every 20 minutes. There's slidey stuff on the roads here. So be careful when you're dual sporting around. But I do recommend dual sports. This will be a whole video by itself, but man, it's the ultimate little machine that can go anywhere. I mean, yeah, an off-road truck can do it too, but for, you know, a good one, 20 grand used for a good off-road truck, honestly, versus what, 2,000 bucks for something like this? You kidding me? All right, here we go, here we go. And you don't want to yeet your $20,000 truck up a road like that. Versus if something happens to this, it's not as big of a deal. And you're not causing a danger, or as much of a danger, because you know you're 300 pounds versus a 5,000 pound truck. What else can I say about this bike? It's been good, you know, the service intervals are really long. I've changed the oil, you know, every 500-800 miles or so, but you don't have to do that. You can go, you know, at least 2,000, if not more, on dual sport engines that are low compression like this one. It's not a big deal at all. They're made to last. These things are just little workhorse, or mountain goats better, I would call it. I think the predecessor to this was actually the 225 Yamaha Cero, which I believe does mean mountain goat or something like that. So, and that's what these are, man. They go anywhere, and I highly, highly recommend this as a first dual sport, I'd say. Maybe not if you're experienced, this might be a little bit of a downgrade, but man, if this is your first bike, you will not know the difference. And this bike can probably do more than you can as far as trails go. Like, I'm not even good enough to exploit everything that this bike can do. I'm still learning myself. Yeehaw indeed. Yeah, just goes over everything, doesn't care. Foot pegs could be bigger, I'd say that, but if you got smaller feet than me, then it might not be a problem. Woo! Alright, let's go back to our spot and wrap this up, shall we? Well, camera's still rolling. Let's here, I'll take you guys on this little spot that we didn't do last time. This is reminds me of like trails in other states that I see people go. Ooh, it's wet. Ooh, it's wet. That's real wet. You gotta be careful. Ooh. All right, here, we'll do one more lap since you guys are still with me. Got the back end out. You can still get some full yeet energy going on with this thing, with its mighty 19 horsepower. It's still doable. You know, second gear. Here, watch. We'll kick the tire out. Second gear, we'll kick the tire out, man. You can learn some drifting on this good old bike here. Oh man, baby. Oh god, oh man. Oh man, oh god. I don't know if you guys know that reference, but let's wrap this up, shall we? Just in case my camera dies, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for all the fun stuff we got coming with this bike, the street bike. Might even be getting a different dual sport as well. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.